Good evening, everybody. Graveless here, coming back to you with another part of our early game China start, where we're going a bit further on, expanding into space, and we're going to start making our plans and preparations for eventually going to war with the aliens. I don't think I'm going to be getting to the point where I start seriously doing anything offensive in this video, in terms of just going after them, but I want to get this save and everything going prepared for the inevitability of we will be at war. So, from where we last left off, here's our current objectives. 1. Finish upgrading all of our research centers and our low Earth orbit HABs. We're going to want to get all of these. Objective 2, gain access to farms so that we have more sustainability. Objective 3, start up on space medicine. This will let us actually start turning our boost into money pretty directly, though it'll be not as great as we're eventually going to get. And also get the basics of what we want for our Space Force in play, in terms of technologies for ships being researched, and especially drives. As if you look right now, we actually have what we need in terms of offensive weapons. We don't really have our defensive weapons, though, and that's something that we really ought to think about before we start seriously doing things. And we're also still at start of game armor. So, ship design, there are some things that we need to work on. Yeah, we really have nothing here right now, right? Yeah, we got absolutely nothing. We're not using any of these. These are all gone. They are all bad, and we don't want to use them because we're not doing hyper early aggression. Also in there, I picked up Deyu Rui because he's a computer scientist. We really want a better counselor for our final counselor, so we're going to be checking this periodically. And also seeing if there's anyone we can turn. Like, I don't like her enough to actually turn her to be our final counselor, mostly because she has Megastar. It's actually primarily because of Megastar. So, what we're going to be doing right now is focusing hard on mission control. This is because we're basically at our MC cap. We're going to need to expand to more mines, and we're going to eventually want to go take Mercury as well and consolidate that. We're also going to need mission control to start building up our Space Force. On normal, something that's a little bit of a spoiler, you see this wonderful alien hate gauge over on the right. This fills up as you use more MC. There's a cap on this, which is 166, above which the aliens are just going to start punching us to make us go below 166. There are technologies that you can get to expand that value to be much higher. I don't feel a particular need to get them, honestly, at any stage. Let's see here. Yeah, China's done everything. I just need to double check my EU. Federate. Right, I have Ireland. I need to get another small state. I want to merge in Belgium, which I will be able to do next month. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to build up our EU. We're going to get more MC in the EU. Eventually, we're going to fix its democracy and its education, but honestly, I don't care that much right now. Like, this is for MC. China is our answer to all of life's problems in terms of Earth technology and what's going on. We just double-check our relations with everyone. We have intel sharing with humanity first. We want to get an infiltrator in the servants. Luckily, they're at war with basically everyone, which is fantastic for us. We're good with the academy. We're good with the initiative. Okay. Servants and the protectorate are the only two we really need to be careful about in regards to them knowing where our operatives are.
Where to?
We're also getting to the point in game where I'm going to be a lot more aggressive about going to ground as soon as anyone knows where my guys are.
Hunkering down.
What?
Standing by.
Right. There was an event that lowered our boost production. That's why. That's why we're not doing that. And, let's see here. Yeah, there's probably going to be some shakeups in our council.
I'm here.
It sort of is what it is right now.
Tracking target.
What orgs? No, nothing here particularly wows me. We're going to need to get some more admin orgs, too. Actually, the initiative sometimes has those for sale.
Open a channel.
Alright, yeah, and the aliens continue to expand. We have a few mines that are going to be coming online in the asteroid belt soon, also.
Initiating deep cover.
Let me just double check what year. 2027. All right.
I think we had a breakthrough.
Great. I'm trying to remember what we were doing with those. I have my main science labs already prepped. This is going to be a Xeno lab. Okay. So these two I can sort of do whatever I want with. And what I want right now is going to be filling them up primarily with space science centers. This is eventually going to change, but right now it's just going to be those, simply for the reason that they only have crew costs and a little bit of money. And social science centers are, well... Yeah, it's going to be these two. It's going to be space and social science centers. I like doing space science because it's more useful than social science. And we're going to upgrade another power module. And this is going to be the basis for sort of a just build me lots of science hab for now. There's something that we're going to eventually get when we have freer use of our MC, which is research campuses. They're very good. I don't recommend starting out going for them. I put a construction module, not a space dock. I'm dumb. Construction module, not space dock. Okay. There we go. That's what we're actually looking for. So we're going to apply that here. The reason why we're eventually going to go to campuses is campuses are very MC. They're very MC efficient. The problem is they cost MC. While we're trying to stay below the alien heat cap, we don't want to spend MC on anything that we don't explicitly really need. And as a result of that, we're going to be a little bit more cautious in terms of that. We can still get a lot of good use out of this, and once we have a few other technologies... let's see, can I buy that? Once we have a few other... Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, a few other technologies, we're going to start building those up and getting ourselves, you know, ops from space and influence from space. And how many of these are you willing to sell me? He's probably not giving me all of these, but I'm going to see how much I can fleece him for. Nah. Say, more things is more things. That's another 2% mining. We love to see a 2% mining. Only 1% economy. That does give a Salt Alien asset. Useful to grab if he'll just give it to us for somewhat free. How many projects? We want him to have that. We actually want him to have that because that is something that we otherwise aren't really going... Like, AI that doesn't hate you gaining access to more resources means they'll eventually trade those resources with you in order to, like, you can just buy a ton of fissiles from them because they've been sitting on them and not doing anything particularly useful with them. Might be running out of things that I'm willing to sell. Would you accept 100 fissiles and 100 boost for these? Didn't think so. Alright, this is the least useful of them. Let's also drop that off. Driving a hard bargain, eh? 120. If I give you some money. You like money. If I give you 150 boost. Let's add 300 water. Let's add 200... There we go. And yeah, we have a lot of space resources coming in, so we can afford to spend them a little willy-nilly, just getting nice stuff from the AI because we want it. Oh. No, that was not an offensive action against me. I don't have to care about it. Wonderful. Yes. Nano factory. That we're going to need. Yeah, we're sort of in an awkward... slowly research technology, tech, like, get more things, research more tech, get more things loop right now. Alright. Do I own Kazakhstan? Oh, right, I do own Kazakhstan. I'd forgotten I owned Kazakhstan. Okay, let's orcs for a second. Let's also just take a glance here. I'd rather have the research bonus. Alright. Now, you can just equip all of these. That'll get me some more admin. More admin is nice. Give me some more mining. Mining is the most important thing that we can get. Assad is actually really good. We don't have Israel, and I'm not really planning on grabbing it, but Assad is really good. This is another Anarchy Inc. is another pre-gen that's nice to grab when you can. You know, that feels worth. That feels worth. We're almost out of money again. So I have self-control and the ability to notice where my money is and not bankrupt myself. Going to do that briefly, just so that I, as stated, do not bankrupt myself like a dummy.
Ready for my mission.
We were trying to find. I remember him being not the guy we wanted to. She might be our secret to actually getting the servants. I'm going to defend the EU. Double check policies.
Securing our control.
Poland, Portugal.
Reporting in.
I can also grab another EU nation at this point. We are going to do so. I just need to figure out who I want to grab. We have peace with Exodus. Don't have that many resources. I'm trying to remember my own EU video. Yeah. We're going to start working on Italy. Is anyone basically free? No. Well, you were also my investigating guy, so we're going to do that instead. Here is my guy who can purge. Probably nothing is still free. Oh, Moldova's free. Let's take Moldova.
The opposition. Ready for my mission.
And I suppose just investigate someone randomly and level yourself up.
Offering support.
Securing our interests.
Awesome. That's going to be nice because we're taking the EU now. Alright, that right there is a sign that problems are starting to come our way. March, April 2027. Okay, so we need to actually get some defenses up on Mars.
Now as then.
Terrestrial military science, great. Space medicine, great. Okay. Okay. Utilization of space, get us our ops income. Lasers we're going to eventually need. Let me think here. So, what we really want to do right now, we want to go through the laser line because this is going to get us point defense arrays and good defenses. Why do I not have 40 millimeter? I have railguns. I suppose I just haven't unlocked it. Huh. Fascinating. Fascinating indeed. The other one that we really want to start going up is getting a good drive. Now, we have molten core available right now. We eventually want to go to gas core, which is going to require advanced heat management concepts. However, this is one of those techs that I prefer to avoid as long as I can because nuclear fusion methodologies is a dangerous thing. Superconductors is probably the bigger one to avoid, though. So actually, no. We can go into advanced heat management. It will eventually also get me... Yeah, that'll get us nanotube radiators, which is the best radiator we can get for a long time.
I have new information.
Great, 11. 11 is something we can actually take. Getting some money back up. I'm going to undo mass spoiling. Alright, Energy Research Center. And more things get built, and more money starts falling. Ha 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 ha. Let's see here. Do we have anything else? I'm going to get nanofactories earlier. Nanofactories are sufficiently important that we want to get them as early as we feasibly can. Alright, that's primarily xenoscience. I'm not going to actually upgrade that right now. Upgrade all modules. Let's upgrade all modules. Space science. Yeah, fine, whatever. Patent station. We can upgrade all modules. Let's upgrade all modules. We're just going to be getting all of our basic science halves going forward and building themselves up. The tedium. Oh, the tedium. Eventually, most of our habs will be done, and we have the ability to build new habs in orbit everywhere. And we won't have to care about doing this ever again, and I cannot wait for that. Have not researched those yet. Not researched those yet. Okay. Everything is set and going. No, you do not. You're not letting that happen because you will pick bad things. There we go. That's the thing we want. Life Science Research Center also finished. We don't need to research that yet, but let's... yeah, let's get our information science. Just watching you. I'm watching
We have removed some tracks.
This little...
Alright. You have that. You want to get infrared combat lasers. This gets us point defense array. Point defense array is important because it stops bad events from hurting you. It will not protect your stations from basically anything besides horribly designed AI monstrosities. Moldova needs to ally the EU and ally China. North Korea. We don't care about that much. There are strategies in which we would care about that, about getting some more XP on new recruits. They have not updated. I want to buy anything else. Let's just boost your admin. Money, 2, 15 money, 1 ops, 3, 2. Influence. Yeah, that actually is a decent work.
Yoders?
Continue doing what you do. We advise China.
What's the
He has now been noticed by the Protectorate, so we're going to go to ground. I should actually go and grab some of these minor research states. That's actually a very good use of my time. I think I'm going to go for that next.
I'll make sure they're on our side.
Standing by
Just,
for orders.
slowly build up the initiative we can go after.
We are taking power.
Ready for
We
auto.
do not have an agreement with them. Then over here, we can go after the... Wait, no. Can we turn this servant? Ooh,
Reeling them in.
maybe.
Ready to go.
Would buy that. We have any charisma boost? Alright, that looks like a +2 charisma. Let's get you a +2 charisma for right now. Swap these back afterward. I don't care enough to swap the next one on. Honestly, let's advise France.
Offering support.
I forgot to check. Is this the time of merging? It is not the time of merging.
I will help them. Going off the grid.
I
Oh,
believe
all right.
they'll stay loyal to
Next
their
round
cause.
is the time of merging.
Lending my expertise. We have
Awesome.
built
We have a
an
turned servant. Do we actually want her?
Please, keep me safe.
Not really. But Humanity First is now going to start stabbing servants, which is fantastic for us. Alright, alright. I'm gonna wait a little bit before my next upgrades. No, don't do that. Don't do that. That's silly. We now have 2 more stations that are just going to get, become research. I have template. Become research. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. Sure. No reason not to. And do I have an upgrade here? Yes, we can upgrade our life science. So let us upgrade our life science. These are the other big things that are why I was delaying doing a ton of research in China, or doing welfare or knowledge in China right now, as because those priorities are about to get boosted immeasurably from all these upgrades that we're doing. Do you have your construction module? You do not have your construction module. I should have gotten your... No, that's it. That's it. Ignore me. That's Nelson. Oliver and Patton. It'd be really nice if they all came, you know, at once, so I didn't have to go back and forth all these times, but sometimes we don't get to have nice things. Xenoscience. That is a big one. The big thing, and we're also going to start on this, because this is very vital. The big thing for Xenoscience is we need to be able to see where the aliens are on Earth. And Xenoscience modules in orbit are the main thing. Oh, that happened. It'll be nice if we get to Saturn. When we get to Saturn. I'm not honestly sure how long I'm going to play this game. Like, if I'm having fun, I'm going to keep it going, but there's going to be a point in the game where I will have obviously won and it will take a long time to play out. Okay, let's take a look at you. No. Tech mogul, computer scientist, technocrat. 60, never mind. Meh. Meh. Meh.
Standing by.
I haven't really gotten anyone that's
Lending my
screaming
expertise.
to me that
I'm here.
I really need them. Let's see here, actually. One thing to check. Okay. We are now limited to medium and high Earth orbit.
Reporting in.
Or to higher Earth orbits, which are lower priority. I need to double check Mars. When is this coming online? September. That's fast enough to get some ships out, but closer than I would like. If I'm doing an actual aggressive strat, the main thing that I wind up doing is I shoot over Mars shipyard when I actually do the founding butts of Mars. Okay. I could go after that.
Targeting their assets.
I'm gonna give this a shot once. So what we can do here is we can detain her, which means that she will no longer have that org equipped. There's then a chance that Kaylee can actually steal it.
Reporting in.
This is a great chance. Let's see. 10 base defense, she has plus admin. Let's see here. Removing her admin. Alright. We're going to try this once. I don't think this is going to work, but fuck it. Honestly, like, We're going to go because we can. Let's see here. We still need to do that. Is there any other microstate that I really want to grab? I can grab without pissing off someone who I vaguely care about.
We are
Sure.
power. Ready.
You're worth 17 and a half, cost 1. That's just a worthwhile amount of science to get for very little cost.
Making our case.
I forgot to merge things in. Fixing that next. Fixing that next. Okay. So let's go look at our tech tree again. Infrared combat lasers are getting researched. Unity movements are coming online. Gas core fission are the first main drives that are highly recommended for new players because they're very hard to screw up. Earlier than that, you can get yourself into a lot of trouble if you're not paying attention to what your drives are doing. I'm doing militarization of space so I can actually build up an ops income. But just know that is... Alright, so that just happened.
Mission in progress.
We now have a 76% chance. The AI might immediately re-equip that org.
Together, we're stronger.
Also, we have unity movements. Great. We don't care about great nations for a long time. So, what we're going to do with our third slot is we're going to be going up the tech tree towards colony and ring halves. These require our space future and extended space survival. Our space future requires space commerce and space navies. This is one which requires militarization, so we're on our path there. Extended space survival requires arrival psychology, so that's what we're going to pick up here, because going up to tier 3 habs is great. Wait a minute. There's arrival psychology. Going up to tier 3 habs is great. You do not necessarily want to upgrade all of your modules within your hab to tier 3.
Progress.
I'm just going to equip this right now. Because several of them are... Alright, that is one of the big projects we want. It's going to take us a while to get to it, so we're going to slowly start working on it.
The needle.
Alright, nanofactory complete. Great. We do not care about that. We do want Military Science Research Center. Let's see here. You are done in September. Earth. Also probably done in September, October. Okay. As soon as we get... I wanted to start preparing for nanofactories. I don't really care about that. And the reason for this is because they increase the economy priority on Earth while also producing some money for you. They consume... we might want that later. Don't care.
Our associates are now in charge.
Great. And you can see our science is slowly climbing up. We're 400 points of science ahead of where we were at the start of this video, and it's just going to keep getting better. Oh. Why did I not grab that? That is a useful org. We don't actually have that many criminals. Let's see. SGI. I'm trying to remember. Oh, right. Yeah, we're going to grab this. This is a pretty good one. It has a cute dog. Also, decent org for what we're doing. Yes, you are my criminal striver who does not actually need to gain more admin. He needs to increase his espionage. Because we have assassinate on this. This just gives 2 MC, assassinate and coup d'etat. Like, it's useful, but I realize we have assassinate on a criminal org already, so it doesn't matter that much. This, on the other hand, getting assassinate on an org anyone can equip is actually quite nice. I need to figure out what I'm giving up for it. Let's temporarily unequip you. Yeah, this gives us assault alien asset and assassinate on the same org. We are now completely set. We are at war with the servants. We're going to ground. We're at war with the protectorate. We are going to ground. We're at war with the protectorate. We're going to ground. You might call me paranoid, and you would be correct, but I stand by my decisions. Given where we're at, you are going to advise China. Because we're going to want China advised literally every turn. We're continuing to go after Italy.
Your orders.
And we're going to continue going after Italy.
Telling our story.
And this is really challenging bits for going into the EU. Oh, well, they maybe figured out who our spy was. Oh well. We stole an important thing from them. Is that because we have some, actual peace with people,
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
like, we can talk to the initiative and get them off our backs after we kick them out of Italy. If we lose our nice deal with humanity first, we're not getting it back. Let's see here. Next up, I want this so I can fix my money income. I also want... That's even vaguely useful. I also want to look and see if anyone is researching the farm, because I would love to be able to buy that from them rather than having to research it myself. Signs point to no. Okay. I'm probably going to wind up researching it myself, but fingers crossed the AI does it for me. Don't care. Alright. We will continue taking a look. Nope, Megastar. Nope. Nope. I think she was the one I was... No. 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 There's ways in which he's slightly better, but also not really. Actually, let's look at the servants for a second. Don't want you. Don't want you. I don't want to steal an org from you, but I'm not going to be able to. Don't want you. Don't want you. Don't want you. Okay, they have no one who I really want to steal. The Academy might. No. Let's investigate
Ready to go.
Ricardo and see if I want
Ready
to
to go.
suggest that he join the
At your
Resistance
service.
rather than remaining in the Academy. Oh, he is a hard man. That is an attractive offer already. Because he is hard to investigate. That means he's got some stats. Oh, we can just steal this. This is worth it.
Targeting their assets.
Where do you need me? I will try to sway the public.
I'm here.
Yeah, let's investigate Ricardo.
We'll
We might be able to steal
Ready to
him,
go.
and if so, I will take it. It will be fantastic. Your beloved. Let's get her
Bring
back,
them
and I
to
might
our
just
side.
have her retire.
Where to?
All right. We should start pruning things again. Yeah, you can spend some of my ops doing that. Oh, that's the one I really should have gone
I
after.
will help them.
And I have once again forgotten that I have a policy I really ought to set.
personal interests of it.
Next time, take me there. Let me go see. Is this man our man? Innovative social scientist, quick learner. He's better, but not really by all that much. Look at how much social science we already
We now
have.
have a spy in the ranks.
Org acquired.
I don't think it's actually worth seriously going after him.
The people will come to our side.
Like, he is better, don't get me wrong. He's absolutely better. I don't think he's better by enough to exert this much effort. We eventually want that. Oh wait, no we
Their
don't.
defense was too
Whatever.
strong.
Alright, and the aliens are expanding to the asteroid belt. This is the sign that they're... This is something that if you're going hyper-aggressive, you really want to stop them from being able to do. Mostly just because it lets them launch at Earth and Mars substantially faster than if they had to do so from further away. Eh. I've seen these people.
Where to?
Nina, you know what your job is.
Offering
You
support.
have one job.
Ready.
Keely, can we steal more admin? I really want to steal that, but I'm not going to be able to steal that. That's way too well defended. I might be able to steal that. Not really worth it. Can we steal any relevant mining? That would be great, but also is well defended. Steal any science org that also boosts MC. That is a big enough boost, it's actually somewhat tempting. These are all mission control, these are all actual MC orgs, I don't want those, I want a science org. That's worth stealing.
Please keep me safe.
Yeah, that's worth stealing. Let's take that.
Targeting enemy orgs.
This time I'm going to
Acknowledged.
remember. Do I also own Estonia?
On
I
my
think
way
I
to
also
the
own
capital.
Estonia.
Standing by.
Yeah, I also own Estonia, which I guess we'll just run economy for the remainder of the little bits that I own it for. Let's see here. Federation, Austria. Do I own Austria? 9. No, I do not. Iceland, Italy, Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, Albania. Do I own Albania? As my knowledge of geography attempts to assert itself. I make no promises about how good at geography I am to anyone. However, I actually probably want to grab
Targeting
Albania.
the opposition.
Acknowledged.
Alright, we have one going down. Let's continue boosting our public campaign in Italy.
Ready for orders.
Meh, if they kill him, whatever.
On my way to the capital.
This is like not, like, that's sort of where it is at this stage of the game. Like, I know I want to replace him eventually,
Offering assistance.
and so I don't care as much about whether or not... Why is Discord not in streamer mode?
They will now serve us.
Oh well, we'll figure it out. Don't care. That one's actually good. Molten salt heat sinks are very good. We don't want them for quite some time, but they are actually very good. They have the highest heat capacity of any non-exotic heat sink, and so...
The light that fills
like,
our
when you need them, you just get them. Alright, so, ion combat lasers, completely useless. Don't bother with them. Visible combat lasers, also completely useless. Don't bother with them. We need to get into arc lasers before any of these start being useful. However, we also need to get vacuum electrostatic principles so we can start getting particle beams and some useful drives. Obsolete.
Mission complete.
No, really, their only point is for bombarding really small things because
Policy direction complete.
yeah, none of those are mine. Their only points for bombarding very small things. The EU has grown larger. That we might eventually want to do. And by bombarding very small things, I mean going around Mars and saying, servants, you are not allowed here. Protectorate, you are not allowed here. Alright. Let's get started on some of our fleet tech. So we're going to go for targeting computer. I believe that is the last... Alright, we're going to get point defense array. I should also actually get this. I should get this because soon enough I'm going to... That's actually worth bumping up. Because I should have done this earlier because I want to build a ship that is capable of defending Mars before the aliens get there. And as it stands right now, we are not going to get that. Actually, remove trait loss averse because we're going to start losing HABs. Going to make you my backup investigator for now, having nothing else. Although I could make her a backup assassin. That would not be terrible. We are going to continue going up the investigation tree. Do we have any new recruits? No. 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 And I recognize you. Like, she honestly would be better, except she's getting pretty close to the point where she would actually risk death to exist. Alright, hey, wrong thing. Let's see. I have no more science centers. Let's go in and finish upgrading all my HABs. Upgrade all modules. Upgrade all modules. Construction module being built. We are going to eventually put more things in here, as promised. That doesn't eventually me thing. Upgrade all modules. Hasley. Hawklock. Upgrade all modules. Havelock. Upgrade all modules. Yeah. Nelson. Oliver. Right. We need a third fission reactor array. I have now remembered that we need this because these are fission reactor arrays, not heavy fission reactor arrays. Which we are eventually getting. Like, we will eventually get those. That's actually the big reason why you can't skip gas core fission. Like, as much as I would love to skip gas core fission and just never bother with it, heavy fission reactor arrays are honestly just too useful. Red Cloud. Is this my Xeno? This is my Xeno. Let's just do that for now. Spoticus. Right, we're not clicking that right now because these are the ones that are currently growing. You could be upgraded though. And, though we don't have farms yet, I think I'm going to actually build the first of my making money That'll be an intermediate Earth orbit. So, we have a fission reactor array. We have a fission reactor array. Right now we have 24 excess boost. Each of that excess boost can be converted with 5 water and 3 volatiles and 1.5 boost into 60 money. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. That is going to cost us a fair bit of change. We're going to get some of this down. We're going to get some of this down later. Besides that, I think I need another fission reactor array. We're going to build a nano factory because I like them everywhere, and just build some random science centers. That's going to start the fix of our money problems. We're sort of in the upgrade loop right now. Like, that's really what we're in, is we're in the upgrade loop where we're slowly getting all these things online, and everything we get online is going to give us access to more resources to get more things online.
Your orders?
Any org that I really love? No org that I really love. But, we want to equip this on someone. We are researching life science tech right now. He is doing that. He is not actually making use of these currently, and so will instead help us with science.
Ready for my mission.
Nina, it is time for you to hide again.
Going silent.
Haley, it's time for you to hide. I'm not paranoid, you're paranoid.
I'm here.
Time to hide.
Going off the grid.
Ready for my mission.
You can advise China.
I will help them.
Standing by for orders.
What's my purge chance in here right now? Not good enough. Is there anything I would rather purge? Getting Austria would actually be pretty nice. Let's purge
Removing
Austria.
our enemies.
At your service.
Let's research alien
Let's see what
activity.
we can see.
The less we...
Alright, there we go. Vacuum electrostatic, done. Particle beams. We need these for our defenses eventually, so we're going to get started on them now.
Going into hiding. Going into hiding.
Evading pursuit.
Lend in
Molten
my
Core
expertise.
1. We are also going to grab Solid Core 2, because we need that in order to... if we go into Tech Tree, we're going to want to grab the Grid Drive maybe, and the Helicon Drive definitely. So Grid Drive needs the Ion Drive. Oh, it needs Solid Core 1. Go straight to Helicon. Helicon Drive. Also needs Solid Core 1. Oh, or Molten Core 1. Okay, so once we have high energy electromagnetic propulsion, we are going to basically just grab this. This will be our drive for quite some time. Requires superconducting magnets. We do need this for solid. We do need this to get compact solid core, though, so it's still something we're going to research. Game. Okay. Game was lagging for a second there. I was a wee bit concerned, just a wee bit. China's just built an MC. We're going to get some more MC from Europe.
Here's what we found.
Great. Targeting computer, done, fantastic. We're going to get 40mm autocannon also. Like I said, we're just going to slowly go through... extended space survival. That's next on that list. Whatever.
We are in control here.
Militarization of space. Yeah. Now that one might be
It is
important.
only a matter of time before this rush for gold turns red.
Militarization of space. Let me think here. Space navies is what we need for our space future. We want to get up to tier 3 HABs roughly as soon as we can, just because they really boost our efficiency.
At your service.
Even though, again, we're not going to really use their modules that much at first. Journalist, diplomat, celebrity, spy, I've seen these people. Research continues to scale up. We're doing real good on environment in China. Love to see that. Actually, Kaylee, we have 30 spare MC. Italy costs us a pretty penny, but we honestly just need to get
Making our case.
executive.
Standing by for orders.
Right. You were investigating alien. Ah, the alien was up here.
Reporting in.
Xander. Why do you not have a salt alien asset? We're going to get that on Mr. Alexander, because we need him to start mowing the lawn, as it were, for all this xenoforming stuff. Let's see here. No, absolutely not. Yeah, let's just equip you with some random stuff. You've been investigating people. You can have that for now. I am still doing any environment research. Great. Alright, so that's a problem. We're going to send him up there to deal with
Taking
that.
it to him.
Demba. Can we crack down? We can crack down. Excellent.
Applying pressure.
Unfortunately, we only have one crackdown purge pair, and we are going to need to take that
Targeting
executive.
Position.
Standing by.
Yeah, you can finally go hide. Awesome. We want that. We want that. Nope.
Offering support.
No point to that
Off
one.
the grid.
Awesome. Large drive. Great. So we're going to grab that as our starting out, like, basic drive, because... let me go... Where is it? So, large drive. If we show large drive in tech tree... Show large drive in tech tree. So the big one that we actually really want to grab from this is the Fission Spinner. Fission Spinner is a fantastic drive. Like, I'm probably going to use this for a lot of my early small game ships. It's a little pricey, but if you watched my drives video, the reason why I like doing that is primarily because it lets me guarantee I'm intercepting things. Alright, well... And we really want to start getting some ships out.
Neutralized together.
Like, I can upgrade Lars into Fission Spinner, and Lars plus targeting computer means I can make some ships that will actually be able to fight back, and we could reclaim Earth orbit. I'm not going to reclaim Earth orbit yet, even though we could. Just
Target
because we
destroyed.
don't have the material resource income to be able to pull that off right now. They might be about to blow up one of my stations. Let's see. Awesome. 40 millimeters done. Let's see here. Crisis diplomacy. You will be useful. Targeting Mark II will be useful. Point defense array. We need point defense array.
We are in control now.
And mostly we want point defense array right now, not necessarily because of, like, its defensive benefits. It's to get our stations prepared for when orbits are full of debris and they need to shoot down the debris before it kills them. Fixer, no. 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 Nope. Nope. And these are people who I've now seen before. Pretty sure. Yeah.
Ready for orders.
Nina got found again.
Going silent.
That might be an alien.
Standing by.
Kaylee, how hard is it for you to figure out who that is? Let's just go check.
Eyes on target.
That's probably not an alien, but I want to know who it is. Yeah, we're continuing to spoil. Let's put some level of sustainability on the spoils that are being run there, because it's starting to actually hit things. Yeah. Don't need much more.
We're going in.
Ready
And
for
so
order.
prevention is a pound of cure. Initiative. I need to go. I should contact them and be like, "Hey, bro, hey man, I'm gonna do something mean to you. Let me just bribe you with money first, so that you're well. He can be mad. We'll try and make him less mad. He's probably gonna be mad. That's the more important one of those.
Initiating deep cover.
Meh.
We've got some intel on our target.
Okay, we now have construction modules on Mars. And in Earth orbit. Great. Excellent. This is what we wanted to see. So, first things first. Around Mars, we are now going to build a shipyard. Low Mars orbit, found shipyard. We need to do fission pile, double space dock. Now that that is done also, time for expenses. So, one upgrade. You do not upgrade all of your construction modules at once. That is a way of madness that is going to ruin you. We're going to upgrade 3, 4. We're going to leave 2 behind. 5. We're going to leave 3 behind. On Mars, anyway. This is because I can now, if I wanted to, just found mines on Mars really fast. Let me take a look. 53, 67, 74. I don't think I like any of these enough to actually grab them. 67, 74, 80. That might be worth it. Yeah, you know what? That actually is worth it. I'm probably going to get rid of this one eventually, but hey, it's free. Like, right now, that is blatantly just, hey, free mine. Alright, and that was not an alien, because we found out who they were. Oh, right, EU. You are now working knowledge. Because we're going to get you up in knowledge eventually. Point defense array, excellent. From point defense array, we're going to want to grab shipyard. Let's start on nanotube armor. Repair bay is one I go back and forth on. Layer defense array we eventually want, but only after we have weapons that make it useful. We absolutely want that.
Our people have taken control.
Excellent. And we're at our cap again. Good. Yeah, I'm fine just running that for a little while. The big thing is we're still allies with the EU. Excellent. We will eventually cede territory to the EU. That's an eventually mean.
Lending my expertise. Ready for my mission.
We have admin. We do not have admin. Do we have useful people? Fixer, rebel. I've seen these people. We have level ups. We have level ups. Please get your last point of admin. And, I suppose equip this because you might as well. We are going to continue boosting your espionage until the stabbings can commence. Haley. Steel Project. What does humanity... I should go talk to humanity first and see what things they have I want to buy.
Ready to go.
We are going to continue making sure this xenofarming does not get out of control. Africa is going to be problems. We might have to fix that later. You have defend interests. We are going to defend here. Oh wait, unification with Croatia. That is actually excellent. I need to make sure you don't die.
Initiating deep cover.
Ready for my mission.
Croatia still build more funding. It can still build more funding. It can take a round. I should talk to the initiative to, like, mollify them a bit.
Making contact.
Yeah, let's do this.
Offering counsel.
Humanity
Making
first.
contact.
Okay, I don't care about either of those projects.
Your methods are insufficient
Wait,
to
no.
meet
Why did I click that? That's not good. Apologies if you can hear the cars outside. It is... And I live in a city. There's not that much you can really say about it. Have this.
Evading pursuit.
Securing our interests.
Do you have anything I want?
Reaching out.
Also, no.
It's no business of ours if you wish to throw your lives away.
I don't think he has anything new that I really want. Yeah, not really. You're going to get this eventually anyway, but I will trade it to you for some benefits right now. Alright. And you also see, I'm not super going up towards my MC cap right now, because I'm going to start building ships. Alright, we have the large drive, we're going to get Molten Core 2 next. Autonomous research groups will hopefully help us get Fission Spinner. Particle beams are great. This is our main defense against enemy missiles. Alien missiles are incredibly rude. Now let me think. I could go for that to get grid. Getting extended space. Rival mass communications. Oh, actually... we have China. I don't care about that much. We eventually need to do this for our space future. I would like to get some of my tech a little bit higher first. There's arc lasers. I need supercapacitors, which needs advanced superconductors, which is one of the danger techs. And yeah, this is the problem, is we're going to have to stare at when do we risk the AI picking something terrible and locking us into it for a while. Actually, let's do Venus. Let's do that first.
The LZ is secure.
Alright. More research for me. We're going to go for Ion and Grid. Probably. We might just stop at Ion, depending on where tech is when it shows up. Awesome, awesome. There we go. Marine Platoon Barracks. That's what we want to see. That's also what we want to see. Great. Unlocks have been fantastic so far. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Doop, 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 doop-a-doop-a-doop. Eh. Striver Fixer. Intriguing, but not intriguing enough. Yeah, this is the one where I'm really looking for science traits for whomever gets recruited right now. We especially want either energy or space.
Reporting in.
We're going to continue being paranoid about being assassinated.
At your service.
This is going to be a recurring theme.
Going in hot.
At your service.
You have enough security. Like, he has enough security that I'm actually pretty comfortable just letting him do things. Alright, I need to merge something in. I am friends with you currently. I could start working on that.
Taking power.
Your orders?
Yeah, we're going to merge in Croatia. But
to make
before
our
that, we are going to direct invest funding. We're going to direct invest as much funding as we are allowed to... Well, now that's capped out. Excellent. Yeah, we need to get our mining up is the other thing. It's only the 63% bonus. Let me think here. Marine Platoon Barracks will fix our ops income problems, and we also need those to keep us safe.
Going off the gate.
One of
Initiating
these.
deep cover.
Although we are also getting closer and closer to the point where these nice asteroid mines are going to actually start coming online. August 2020. I lie, and I am a fool. Alright, Mars Shipyard. Let's build us a basic ship. Ship designer, we are only doing an escort right now because we cannot afford literally anything else. We have one drive, We have a battery. Meh. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is a terrible ship. But it doesn't need to be good. Because all it needs to do is, I'm naming it bad. These matter later. They don't really matter when all your ships are the same design. This ship has one purpose. It's to keep our Mars mines online. We're going to build 2 of them at Mars right now. I'm going to build 1 of them at Earth. No. I'm probably going to have to research farm myself.
A life spent merely enduring.
Alright. I want to delay that as long as I can. That's good armor. Broadcast outlets will actually help us out. Let's get that. Let's finish our main build out in Earth orbit. Alright. Marines done. Ops centers are going to be vital eventually. We do not have the resources to currently make use of them. And eventually I have to start on liberating mainland China. But that's really a big thing for like 2027, 2020. I'm just going to make sure that... Oh, I could federate Ireland now. Let's unify first. We will federate Ireland next. How's Ireland looking? Ireland's going. Ireland can afford to take a spoils hit.
Score one for the good guys.
Our associates are now in charge.
Alright, we now have a point in Denmark. We're going to grab that other point in Denmark. Yes. Oh, right. Did I forget to do that? Yeah. I forgot to do the thing. We are upgrading this because we want to get all of these construction modules upgraded before we seriously start working on China's economy. It doesn't really matter what we're doing that much with these stations before then. At some point we're going to go for gas core. Should probably do gas core reasonably soon. Reasonably soon, yeah. Gas core is going to be reasonably soon. Going for... Oop, click again. Patent. Red Cloud. Alright, this is our Xenoscience Research Center. Now that we have Marines, we're actually going to be replacing... Where's my Marine module? Oh, I also should probably put point defense arrays in. Sorry, let's go through things. Point defense array, I need Marines. And I need another Marines, and is that its nano? That is not its nano, it's in low Earth orbit, it needs its nano. Power on all modules. Right. Alright, let's go through and actually fix things. Every Earth station I want a point defense array in, because Earth orbit is going to eventually just become clogged with so much debris that everything will just basically die. My shipyard is going to get better than a point defense array eventually, because I'm very paranoid about my shipyard dying. The AI can be incredibly cheeky and incredibly rude, and like send a tiny ship to go kill your shipyard while you're off fighting to, you know, save the Earth. Alright, point defense array. So it's going to get a layered defense array. It's probably going to get 2 layered defense arrays eventually. Static defenses don't actually really work outside of telling the human AI, no, smack, bad, go away. You're in low Earth orbit 2. You get a point defense array. This is Spartacus. Archimedes. They're building their construction modules. Yes. Yeah, everything in these locations needs to get their upgrades going. And yeah, you also should upgrade. We could definitely be more efficient with our how much power's out there. I'm gonna bump up Unity ever so slightly. 40 MC. So, because we're not going to be shooting super over things with MC, these are the same ones.
What's the
Once I get up to around 150, I can stop focusing MC so hard. Once.
Time to make our move.
It's going to take us a while to get there, but Italy will actually be a very nice chunk of MC as soon as I'm allowed to cede territory from it. And you know, at some point, we're going to have money again. At some point.
Heading to the LZ.
Your orders?
Is there another small nation for me to grab? Yeah, let's just grab Albania.
Removing our enemies.
At your service.
Oh, wait. I actually want to seriously grab Denmark.
Removing our enemies.
Which means I'm going to do a public campaign there to make it slightly harder for them to take back. Molten Core 2, excellent. Let's start on targeting Computer 2. Don't care about that. I click continue, whatever. Yeah, unfortunately, this is the micro time in the game. Yes, we're going to approve. So this is exactly why we went those point defense arrays, because we're going to approve these destructive tests, because our stations will be safe. We are fine. We love our people. All right. Do I begin the slog to gas core right now? Or is there something more important to grab first? No, I think I begin the slog to gas core. It's going to take a while to get there, as you can see by how long that is already telling you it will take to get there. Federation with Ireland. Ireland will get merged in eventually.
What are the numbers? We have removed some tracts.
Yes. Whatever. Ah, the money has come online, and this is the problem right now. Alright, game, you've beaten me. It's time to get farms. It's time to research them myself, because it doesn't look like anyone else is. Meh. Yep. Okay. Because our water and volatiles have gotten way too low. That is more important than this. So, let's research hydroponics bay.
Ready for orders. Offering assistance. Where do you need me?
I need you hiding because I have noticed what
Going off the grid.
relative
Ready
things
to
have
go.
happened. Let's continue attempting to
Going
fix
in
South
hot.
Africa. We are now back up to a large amount. Oh. Only people who I like. Unfortunate. I might just steal that on principle. I'm just gonna steal that on principle.
Where to?
The principle being fuck the servants.
I will try to sway the
Are you still
public.
allies? You are
Where
still
to?
allies. Do you have any other policy that I care about? I should take Iceland eventually. Later me problem. Ah, that felt nice. That felt real nice.
We'll turn down
Sure.
the heat.
Whatever. I actually need to do that.
I will help them. Going silent.
Here we continue on boost. Alright, that has gotten us a little bit more. Like, I'm probably not keeping this mine. I'm just gonna name it... Yeah, gift. It will eventually be another gift. But for now, we sufficiently need what resources it gives. Molten Core 3 we're going to want.
We have moved the needle.
Order is returning.
Alright, Hydroponics Bay. Excellent. We're going to want to grab farm as soon as we can. We're going to get started back on targeting Mark II. So, let us go to our ledger, and this will be the reason why we're going for farms. So, you can see incomes, expenses. Boy, are all of our mines costing us a fair bit, as are pretty much all of our research stations. They need farms. We're building farms. What farms do is they relieve you of some of the expense of crew. We only have 300 right now. Hydroponics Bay is not good. We're going to get it started because it will make it cheaper to upgrade later. That's really the only reason. Because these are not really going to save us basically anything. But time save is time save. Oh, actually, and you will be able to see, once I get down to here, look at that! It's a lot faster to construct because we have our construction module in orbit. Isn't that cute? Did I remember to upgrade this? No, I did not. Whatever, it has two tiny things. Where's Hydroponics Bay? There's Hydroponics Bay. Alright. And yeah, this is going to be the dance of, do we have the resources to finish upgrade things versus do we not?
Target remains operational.
Moldova. We can federate Moldova. Yes. Awesome. And now our Habs are all immune to random bullshit. And we have a significantly higher ops income. Do I want to just build an ops hab? Are they smacking my stations? They're not smacking my stations yet. We are going to choose to remain optimistic for the time. What are you? 50% space size for... That's actually quite nice. Yeah, that's nice. Let us swap some things off of Nina so that she can equip that. Also, hacker, quick learner, no, fixer, striver. I think this is the guy I was looking at before. Yeah, these are all the same people. You know, I'm not putting her on permanent advise because I want to make sure that she doesn't get assassinated randomly. There's a lot that I do to make sure my guys don't get assassinated randomly. Alright, no one has knowledge to steal. Alack. The academy, no one has that. Mining. No one really has mining to steal. You know what, Kaylee? I suppose help advise China this turn.
Lending my expertise.
Where
Hey.
to?
You need to hide.
Going off the grid.
Ready for my mission.
Spend interests to the EU.
Securing our
Policies.
control.
Right, we need to get
Standing
Moldova
by.
in. I'm gonna boost up. We'll just defend interests Denmark.
Making things safe for our
I have the
people.
resources to do that,
I'm
and
here.
we need to set policy in the
Heading to
EU.
the capital.
Hey, there's my boy. Vision Spinner, here we go.
Offering support.
Also, we want the ion
Indeed, my
drive. I think I'm going to research the ion
Breakdown.
first, just because
Securing our
it
interests.
has an unlock that I want, and also it's cheaper.
Safe for our
You're kidding, right?
Alright, Arrival Mass Communications has been gotten. We're going to go for... What is next in our journey up to Ring Habs? Our space future, which needs space navies and space commerce. As a time... It's going to take so long. No, I think I'm going to go for white collar automation first, probably. Actually, tech tree, tech tree, tech tree, tech tree. Where is the advanced one that gets me my really nice drive? High energy electro. Alright, electromagnetic, superconducting electromagnets. Big force, advanced superconductors. Okay, I probably need to bite the bullet now. I need to bite the bullet. I need to bite the bullet. We're going up towards arc lasers and good drives. Am I happy about this? Not necessarily, but it is what we're going to do. Yes, we want broadcast outlets. Ion drive, get. Let me see here. For grid, I eventually need to do this.
Policy direction complete.
Federation. Let's get Moldova first. I need to do another federation next. Do you have your MC yet? No. That is why we've done this. Yeah, it's worth it. Yeah, it's worth it. I'll take that. Solid Core 1 gotten, and we are never going to actually use that for anything. Let's see here. I don't have living quarters. You pretend to be important. Let us broadcast outlet.
At your service.
Nada. Nope.
Evading pursuit. I'm here. Evading pursuit.
Nerve is actually decent. I'm not using it here because I went for Molten Core instead, but I was considering it. Like, Nerva actually is a pretty decent drive that you could actually run with for any early game stuff that you really need.
We must
Yeah.
persuade the people.
Ready.
Oh, that's coming up soon. Excellent.
Time to make our move.
EU will continue to get smarter. Also, we're lower on science because we're replacing them with incomes.
Going off the grid.
Ava Sukesh. Oh, okay, that's the protectorate person that I already have information on. Teardrop versus Fission Spinner, I'm trying to remember.
Mission complete.
But as you can see, like, this matters. It doesn't matter that much that I'm getting all of these hydroponics bays done.
Target secured.
Broadcast outlet, excellent. Alright. So Fission Spinner is 15.7 and 4.1. 15 and 4.3. Oh, right, yeah, they're basically the same. Teardrop going to Pegasus. You are slightly more efficient. You're both open cycle. Okay, actually, Teardrop's I guess what we're going to go with instead because the... Yeah. These are pretty much the same thing. One of the... It's just half the price, so... Well, we're limited on that. Alright. Boop. 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 Skunk. Skunk. Hydro. Space. Space. We're getting there. Getting there. Targeting Mark II is going to be great. Alright, I'm gonna go.
My expertise.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Ready for orders.
Admin. Show me the admin, shows me nothing. People, also nothing. Wonderful. Hostile takeover. Admin org. That's worth going for. Alright, we're going to spend some money. And
Targeting
once,
their assets.
similar to last time, we are going to arrest her.
Ready to go.
Hope that this works.
Standing by for orders.
Actually, he should continue
I'll
inspiring.
make sure they are on our side.
Alex should also continue inspiring.
Ready for my mission. I'll ensure their loyalty.
And he will go.
Standing by for orders.
Offering assistance.
I think we had a breakthrough.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Going silent.
Alright, manage Mars Shipyard. You are both building things. Goop, Skunk Works, Nanofactory, Point Defense Array, Doop, Space Dock. Mars only needs 3 space docks because we're not going to be doing anything like nearly as complex, or not complex. The Mars defense fleet is going to be smaller than the Earth defense fleet because there's no real reason to make it enormous. We want to start on that? No. Start E-beam batteries.
We've got the package.
Excellent. Have we
report
stolen?
when my mission is
What's our chance? 81%. I like the mods. Obsolete.
Org acquired.
Amazing.
Choose a card. Not
Advanced superconductors. Okay. This is the danger zone. I hate the fact that it's here. We live in a world. All right. We're going to go up towards arc lasers next, which means we grab supercapacitors. This is like, middle one is going to be our... We're in a weird juggle on global techs right now, where there's a lot of priorities we have that are scattered all about the tech tree. This is because we're trying to transition from early game to mid game to what I think of as early game to mid game by 2030 or thereabouts. Sure, Tanzania. Yay. We absolutely want Tanzania. Meh. Nope. 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 Nope.
Ready.
I wonder if there's anyone in the Protectorate who's worth stealing. I should actually check that. Attorney? No. Diplomat? No. No. Not really. Yeah, they don't really got anyone either. Suppose I should, just out of curiosity's sake. Not really. They do have a scientist I could randomly research. He I already looked at. Got a tech mogul who's... No. No. I highly doubt I want to steal anyone from Community First right now, but I should check just for my due diligence. Nah.
Standing by.
Yeah. Oh well,
Lending my expertise.
we
Your
we
orders?
slowly build up, and eventually things will become better. Poland, Portugal, Norway, Serbia. Do I also have Serbia? Wait a second. Federation, Serbia, Kosovo, I thought. Oh, right, I need to finish taking Austria.
Where do you need me?
Reporting in.
I finished taking Austria. Let's finish taking Austria.
Terminating the opposition.
Reporting in.
21A. Slightly over, but whatever. Build us some MC faster. Investigation, yeah. Distract and protect. Kaylee, I'm actually going to go up espionage a bit as a defensive stat. And we continue to raise investigation.
Where to?
Someday he will need to raise espionage as well,
Hunkering down.
but today is not that day.
Reporting in.
I just noticed there's that right there.
We're Going in.
Reporting in.
You need to go hide over here in Capo Verde,
At your service.
which will just run this for now because I don't really care about it that much. Oh, at some point I'm going to need to free this because all of this xenoforming is going to eventually be a problem. Is it time to free it yet? Grant independence. I'm not allowed to... Oh, right, I have to do European decolonization for that. That shall be a later me problem. Sure, let's just
Surveilling
investigate
target.
you off the off chance that you're useful.
Consolidating.
Alright, space navies. There we go. I think we are now at the point where I basically have to go space commerce to go towards our space future. I'm going to go double check that. Yep, we are at the point where space commerce is necessary, so... Locked in. Hey, there we go, farms. Alright, so we have our Earth Defense Fleet, which really is our Earth Shipyard Defense Fleet right now. We have our Mars Defense Fleet, which is also not great, but it's going to pretty quickly become a lot better. Nanotube armor, the first armor that's actually real. It's not the best armor in the game, but it is so substantially better than what we currently have. Yeah, let's get that quickly, and once we have that, we will have a real defense fleet.
Person of interest surveilled.
How's this going? Not enough to get a new one yet. Light E-beam batteries, nice, nice. Let's see here. I probably want to get... No, farm. Farm is the answer. Farm is the absolute answer. We need farm... I need farm fast enough to do that. I think I need farm fast enough to do that. We're going to do this briefly.
Score one for the good guys. We are in control now.
And the other thing we're going to be seeing here is... How much defense fleet do you need? This is a question that everyone needs to answer for themselves, and I have my answer, which is that you don't really start fighting before you have about 20 MC of defense fleet over every planet that you care about. What was I looking at? I was checking when these arrive. Alright, those are arriving in June. That will be massively helpful. These are arriving in August. We'll see if we get there tonight. I kind of doubt we'll get there during this
Offering support.
recording session.
Standing by for
I was
orders.
about to say stream, but I'm not streaming. I'm so used to watching other people on YouTube do things. Yeah. I think I might steal that on on the principle of fuck 'em.
Targeting enemy orgs.
Ready for orders.
Let's see. Let's continue trying to keep
Taking it to
Africa from becoming, you know, xenoforming central. I believe there's
On
one.
my way to the
I'm
capital.
gonna do this because I thought there was one that I needed in there. We are still allies to the EU, so yeah, we build funding.
I will ensure their
Let's
loyalty.
keep raising loyalty.
Ready for
And,
orders.
I suppose just advise the EU now, right? Yeah, just advise the
Offering
EU.
counsel.
Offering
Yes,
counsel.
that's gonna be great.
I think we had a breakthrough.
Excellent.
Offering
Alright, teardrop
assistance.
drive. Teardrop drive. We will now get started on these, but slow that down. Let's take our bad ship and turn them into something useful. Alright, so. This is not a great ship. It's fast enough, but not really fast. We have to increase our power plant size also, but man, look at that. That is both faster and better, and also we now have real actual armor that lets us have significantly better cruise delta V. Also, we have gone from targeting computer 1 to 2, which is fantastic. I'm just gonna name this the Spam class because now it gets a real name. It's a real boy. So, refit docked ship. We are turning all of these into the better version. And we're going to obsolete the old one. Ship construction. I'm going to order 2 more in Earth orbit. So, actually, let's get started on having a fleet, shall we? Having a fleet is great. And we have farms. Okay, now we're going to hit a temporary moment where I need to be very careful to not destroy my resources. The phrase that you're going to hear fairly often. We're going to go for... No, we are researching way too much of that. Let us grab some more CP cap. Go back to this. Go back to this, actually, because I'm not researching anything super high priority. Anyway. Mars. So. Hydroponics Bay. Saves us 1.8 per month. Farm. Saves us 17 per month. Just gonna get started. 1, 2. I'm actually going to turn this into a farm. I'm going to turn this to a farm, and we're going to deal. Three. 4. I think I can just upgrade all of them at the current rate. Yeah, I should be able to just upgrade all of them at the current rate. $60 days, and a significant amount of our, like, water and volatiles problems are going to go away. I'm just making sure I don't bankrupt myself first. Cool. Earth bases. Now, here's where there's sort of a challenge. Ideally, these would be a different module, and we would, as a result, be able to just use these. And now... Right now, I have extra space in one station, I believe. I'm going to double check this before I do something. Yeah, I have sufficient space in other stations because that's my main guy. We're going to upgrade, turn all of these space in. Oh, this one's important. 750 crew. This one actually is going to be huge. Also, you need a point defense array. Yeah, I will get there in a sec. Is going to fix so many problems. Like, not as many as I would actually want right now, because these are functionally going at half speed, but I still consider getting half of my... Or I still consider getting 9 per farm I build pretty worth it. Or 8 or 9 of 2 resources. Over here, we have 300. We'll do that for now. Oh, we won't have enough power. Never mind, we won't do that for now. Doop doop. Farm. Nanofactory. Upgrade the fission reactor array. Match. Farm. Upgrade all modules. And we're not going to be able to use upgrade all modules once I finally have layered defense arrays researched, because we won't. Because we really don't want to overspam layered defense arrays for a variety of reasons. But, given that we have defense fleets started, I'm also going to get started on a few other things. We have some boost. I'm going to build another one in intermediate Earth orbit. Vision. I believe broadcast outlets... We need an interface orbit. We're going to eventually get that, but we're pretty good on those right now. What we're going to do here is build a farm and build a bunch of marine modules so that we can get an ops income from space that, like, really, it just lives here. It lives here and we don't have to care. we're going to stack up a ton of ops and go to town.
Asset acquired.
Awesome. Hey, we want those eventually. We'll rename you Mars Death. Well. Hey! Love to see it. We eventually need those because those are very important for higher tier missiles. I thought I had one. Nope. Okay. I did a silly. Well, actually, I did a silly. Whatever. We wasted one action. When do we have control of Italy? 1 month.
The LZ is secure.
1 month and a half. Grid drive. There we go. With that, we're going to be able to head towards Mercury. Anyone's sitting at 22. I might as well just give this to you right now. Might as well have that. Unless there is immediately a better one for me to buy because I did not pay attention. 25, 23. I'll just do this for now. It don't matter that much. Angelus, no. No one I've seen you before.
Lending my expertise. At your service.
Continuing to just build MC and knowledge. Well, this is the game. This is the game we play. We need MC. We need knowledge. Oh, what do you have? She does have physicist. Let's investigate her and see if we can't get her. It's a better science tech for what we need right now.
We're going in.
Ready for orders.
You have been found by everyone, good sir.
Acknowledged.
This is very concerning. Well. It was 23. Yeah, let's
make sure
put
they
an
are on our
Inspire.
side.
Acknowledged.
And,
Investigating target.
I will help them.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the
Hey, we got enough knowledge to increase mission control.
Person of interest surveilled.
Yeah, I think we're gonna steal her.
Information.
We're definitely gonna steal her. She's already leveled up a fair bit. We actually do need someone to help with pruning xenofauna and... Well, that'd be nice. One thing we also need to work on... We also need to go up to the admin tree, which isn't information science, but, like... This is the challenge right now, is we are trying to do 3 things with our big global tech tree at once. And, sometimes you can't really do that. Sometimes you can't really do that. Just gonna make sure no one amazing pops in. No one amazing popped in. Alright.
I'm on your side. I work for you.
I care more about keeping the servants than I do about the protectorate. So she's gonna resign. And to just show this off, she resigned. She is now right there for us to recruit. But she doesn't really have the stats we want.
Ready for my mission.
Look at this. 53 is a little old.
They can't refuse.
Whatever. She's going to have some much better baseline stats and has a better
Eyes on target.
science trait than the people we currently we're looking at. Just advise China.
My expertise.
Standing by.
And no. You need to continue fixing this so that it doesn't get anywhere near things I care about. We also have to fix this. Xenoforming is such a pain. Federation. Nothing relevant. Excellent. Nanofactories online.
Initiating deep cover.
Look at our money. Our money has just gotten a lot better. And also that means that I can go back to Mars, and all of the things that I did not upgrade with their nanofactory can now get upgraded with their nanofactory. Which are right there. Plant. Upgrade all modules. And soon enough, we are going to be at the point where I could, if I so choose, really start... Ooh,
Turn them to our cause.
I'm getting so tight on this. I need to be careful with my water income. I'm eventually going to research this to boost it, but oof, we're playing spicy today. Let's research some kits. They're nice and cheap, and we're not doing anything super relevant. I'm going to get monitors something soon. Gonna play until those farms come
Score one
online,
for the
probably.
good guys.
Just to show off how important and impactful those are. Because you can see my resource incomes right now are bad. I hate my resource incomes right now. Actually, do we have anyone who I like more than her? Innovative computer scientist. Innovative physicist versus... That to me looks like the actual one. I want Volter. Alright. Let's do this. How are you continuously found by the aliens, my good man? Actually, how? I know the actual answer. So the answer to this, I've been somewhat joking about it, but like it's still true, is the fact that because we have a mole in the servants, we periodically feed them information. And that means that they're going to, well, get information. Alright, so. Time to be jerks. So, you are going to resign. So, let's take a look at her. I'm just going to make sure there's no one here who's just like striver scientist information. So, these are some pretty good starting stats. I like physicist. She has like good stuff all around. She's also government. We knew this was going to happen at some point. We are going to recruit her. She may or may not be here long term. As stated, just because there's another person from Exodus we would much rather have. It's worth doing this, keeping this, but like, we'll have to see. We will have to see. I am spending a lot of money on getting her orgs, but I think it's probably worth it, because we don't really use money for much at this point. This cost to equip. That's not worth it. I will retire that other person, and then we will determine whether or not... where is he? Where is Mr. Volta? Yeah, this man may be... This man is probably actually the one. Like, he is probably significantly better in every way that I care about.
Standing by for orders. Initiating deep cover.
Ready. Offering support.
And also, eventually, Exodus is going to turn on us, and so it will be moderately important.
I'll speak with them.
That we, weaken them now. Awesome.
Offering assistance.
Nanotube filament radiator coming out. Those don't matter right now that much because we're on open cycle
I
cooling.
believe
Hey,
stay loyal to the cause.
come on, that. I'm just gonna do this and turn this on. '30th of March. 30th of March, and we're fine. All right, fission platform kit done. Let's get the other one done.
We've got some intel on our target.
All right, some economic aid. Nanotube filament radiator done. Our let's get started on our grid drive. We're gonna stab an alien.
By the numbers.
We're just gonna stab an alien. Oh, wait. Farms! Farms are coming online, and look at that! My resource incomes are better. They're still not good. They are nowhere near good.
Where do you need me?
I do not like these incomes, Sam. I am.
Going into hiding. I'm here. We'll recon the site.
Well, actually, Alex is going to do that.
Acknowledged.
Haley is going to
We'll
go to
see what we
ground.
can find.
Ready to go.
Ready.
Standing by for orders.
This is
Going
because
into
we really
hiding.
don't want them to get
Acknowledged.
abductions in our major
Something
country.
tight.
Actually, what's your chance
Ready to
on...
go.
What is he? Did he go to ground last turn? Falter.
Surveilling target.
We're going to do two things
Ready
at once.
to go.
It's not necessarily... actually, you can do that,
recon
and
the site.
Alexander
Standing by for orders.
do that.
Going silent.
Hunkering
Oh,
down.
that might be a problem. That's a lot of fighting happening in Iran. Oh, never mind. Iran does not currently have nukes. Never mind. We don't have to worry about shit. Alright. Get Molten Core 3. More farms coming online. Our resource incomes are starting to
Going into
look
hiding.
better, look more decent. I'm liking this a lot more.
I have new information.
Good. I'm going to be Earth Death. Refit dog ship. Bad becomes spam, as stated before. And, let's build some more spam for Mars. And, one more for Earth. I should have swapped radiators. Let us cancel these and do another upgrade. These are now obsolete. We're going to upgrade them and use a slightly better radiator. 2250. 2347. This is ever so slightly better. These can now both be obsoleted. It's not worth refitting over, but I do consider. But I'm going to do the better build because it's here. And our Earth nanos are coming online, and now our money money continues to flow. Ah ha 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 ha.
Recon complete.
Are we at the point? Hey, we concede territory to the EU. We are going to immediately do that to mess up our enemies.
Offering support.
Alright.
Standing by.
Things that we need to do
Reporting in.
this turn.
They will be working for us soon.
At your service.
We're going to run seed territory. And, like, here's the thing. I'm going to have to take an actual look because she's got some really nice... She has some nice traits.
Standing by for orders.
I think he's probably going to net be overall better because innovative physicist, expert, media darling, survivor, prosperous, like, and demanding. Like, he is probably going to be net better. I'm not taking things right now because, oh, we'll see. We'll see. He's not going to have very good missions is the problem.
Acknowledged.
But, over here,
Initiating surveillance.
Ready.
we have an advise being run already. Policies. Bosnia, when can you merge? Or Moldova, when can you merge? Eventually. And let's advise
I will help them.
the EU. We're still gaining things. I need to investigate again because I don't believe we have this ability yet. No, we cannot do this yet. We're going to run another investigate, and then we're going to stab.
Investigating target.
13! That's actually a promising number. That means the AI has
My
been at least
expertise.
moderately successful in what they're trying to do.
Stems from the ancient Greek.
Alright, we have gas core and we have supercapacitors. So, now we have a choice. One of the choices is going to be arc lasers, because these are going to be vital for getting us further into the game. We are never picking that right now. Or, I say never. We're not picking that right now. Let's get more space infrastructure start going mission to Venus,
We've got some intel.
which we can lower down
My words meant nothing to them.
a lack. Well, he's slightly mad at me. I knew this was going to happen. I might be able to... Why did that happen? Oh, we don't care. Oh. That is probably just that we have become too successful.
Policy direction complete.
So, cede territory into the EU. EU has grown, and Italy has shrunk to the point where only we control it, and now the EU is bigger. Good stuff. We can build some more MC, and we have a nice amount more. Alright. Let us see if that is immediately trying to kill us. Yep, it's immediately trying to bombard us. This is what we have our Mars. Ooh, how many... Can we do that? That's a battle cruiser. Okay, no, we're just going to eat this. We are just going to take this and suffer. So, that is the, you know, we stabbed them, they bombard us in space. Sort of where it goes. I just need to remember which hab that probably was. Okay. Not that one. Oh, it's that one. It's absolutely that one. We are going to rebuild. They might immediately bombard this, which would suck, but we can now build it up closer. Let's get... Oh, wait. No, I want the tier 2. Skunk, skunk, nano, farm. We're going to drop a point defense array. Let's go to nano farm. Summit mining complex. Materials research center. It's their real research. Skunk, skunk, nano farm. We don't have any of the other things that we're going to build here eventually yet. Like, that's the tit for tat. You stab an alien, they get pissed at you and do that. We're not going to accept this for long. You know, this is probably fine. It's probably fine if I just keep her because she also has military and government, which the other guy wouldn't. I just need to get her assault alien asset. Hey, I said it, and let me see if there's a better way to get her assault alien asset. Open from Poland or a counselor from there. Why do I? Sure. Oh, we can sell that now.
Standing by.
I might still go for it.
I'm here.
Like, I think I'm gonna still try to do this just because...
I'm here.
Yeah, reasons. It's Malta. Let's talk to Jose.
Initiating contact. Yoders.
Round.
Awaiting pursuit.
Yeah, he's
Ready.
gonna run advise.
Acknowledged.
Xander, do we have anything over here for you? Oh, we do in fact need to actually get Italy back into the EU so I can eat the last segment of that. And we're going to continue investigating the alien. And hopefully Humanity First will get the hint. They appear to be doing something.
Initiating deep cover.
Investigating with no chance. Okay,
Blending
yeah,
my
they're not going
Making
to
contact.
make peace with us again.
Good luck saving the world. Just know that we have other plans.
I would like to buy that from you, sir. I would like to buy that from you more. Let's just take a quick look and see how many things we can buy with giving him technology he'll be able to get in soon enough anyway. That is a strictly better one. Well, Well, I see now who has been getting all of these things that I want. Okay. Targeting computer mark 2. Broadcast outlet. Orcs. Let's see here. Don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. That's a basic org. That's also a basic org. That one's not as basic, but I still want to keep that. No one actually gives me anything. Oh, we don't need that. We don't really need that. Just swap seas a few of these out. We don't need that. Like, I have it. It has been useful, but we don't need it. Don't need that. Awesome. Swapsies of orgs. And that's nice. Go here, merge all fleets. Earth Defense Fleet, online.
Person of interest surveyed.
We now have a spy in the ranks.
Alright, I'm going to have him retire, and then I'm going to make the call one way or the other. Do we start being mean? Let's get a... We're going to go loud after I start having Mercury ready. So we're going to begin that. Once we get the grid drive, we're going to need to go up in terms of... Hey, more resources. Love to see it. Everything is coming online.
Policy direction complete.
Federate Italy. More nanos. Yeah. Grid drive. So, what we're going to do next is we are going to get patrol vessels. This way we can get our tier 2 vessels. Yes, that looks correct. Oh, this is the amazing one. So, this is a fantastic one. Early game, increase your mining every time. Late game, you may want to do this because there's very few ways to get ship build speed increased. This is utterly irrelevant. Never pick this option. And also never pick this option. Bam. A+, no notes. Oh, and heavy fission reactor array. That is actually way more important because that will give us an extra slot back on almost all our HABs. We're feeling good. Feeling good. Alright. So, Nina. You need to get efficiency in which science orgs you pick up. Well, that's as efficient as we're going to get. Do I start building her fucking security? I might start building her fucking security. Let's build your espionage. Let's get her espionage up, and we'll be able to mitigate a little bit. Alright. You, my good sir. Unfortunately, we can get rid of that. That's 3 espionage, that's 3 espionage and 3 investigation, that is 3 espionage. Let's continue fixing orgs first. What is your assassinate chance? We're gonna go for it.
Ready
But,
for orders.
I'm on your side.
Walter, we are going to have you resign. And let's see what his stats actually look like. Okay. I was hoping his base science and base admin would be higher. I don't think that's worth it. I'm going to go double check to make sure there's not someone else who's just strictly more worth it. Alright, so we're probably going to stick out with this council unless some crazy things happen. Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this one. Like, I've had better councils, I've had worse councils. Now then. Right now, you are going Escalating. So we do not need as many of these persuasion options. We need Stavo. I'm just going to give these to Kaylee temporarily for safekeeping. That's a useful thing to have. Oh, I could have given that one to Alexander. Oh well. Does he have assault already? Yeah. Not good enough to grab. Augment. Let's boost investigation again. He is almost in his final form. Alright.
Where to?
Let's assassinate an alien.
I will
So
help
we're going to do that. Kaylee is going to investigate activity. Alexander is going to go advise Europe.
Offering assistance.
Ready for orders.
Johnny, do
Standing
you have
by.
protect? You have protect. Excellent.
On guard.
Ready to
Do
go.
that. And he is going to go try and find the Protectorate again.
Initiating some.
Ricky's going to make sure we know who they are.
Offering assistance.
Patrol
Lending my
vessels
expertise.
coming online.
Defending the VIP.
Surveillance complete.
So, patrol vessels is going to give us some useful things. One of the ones that we're going to do relatively early on is we're going to make what I call the sits there and boosts our space science ship. This is ship construction, ship classes. 1 minute. So, this is a frigate. What this frigate is going to do is it is going to sit here with a fair amount of efficiency and fuel. We don't really care what it does there. We don't really care what it does there. It is going to hold 4 of these. We're going to have one of these floating in orbit of basically every planet because it gives you some, on occasion, some really nice research. 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, this stacks with other things. It is by itself a useless ship. Like, we're not armoring it. We're just going to build a research class ship in Earth Shipyard and Mars Shipyard to trigger events and get us an extra passive bonus. But there's a separate thing we're going to do, which is our colony ship, which will also be a frigate, that we're eventually sending to Mercury. This one is going to have a space science lab, a platform kit, and 2 outpost kits. Its job is to colonize, because we're going to want to send a ship to Mercury rather than simply have Mercury be there. Classified as an outer system colony ship, and why? Oh. I think we should give it 5 for now. I forgot to increase the number of nozzles. It has a pretty good amount of Delta V. This ship's job is to go out and colonize things for us. If we were like more on the ball, I would have done that prior to Ceres and send that to Ceres instead. Alright, the aliens are going to kill another one of our things. Yeah, but this time we're going to be ready. Probably. Yeah, we're going to be ready. So, this is one where I'm going to be a little bit more reckless than I would recommend a new player do. That's because we're going to have enough MC to actually be able to defend ourselves. Because I would really like to not lose more mines. We're slowly scaling up this threat chart over on the top right. And by scaling up that chart, what we're going to be doing is pissing off the aliens more and more and more until we reach the point of no return and they just decide that they need to destroy us. You need to do this eventually in order to win the game, and the main reason for that is, honestly, basically strictly because you need to go find the aliens and kill them in order to win the game. The question is not, do you go hot? The question is, when do you go hot? And at least from the perspective of a lot of this, the answer I have for when you go hot is when you can afford to.
I'll make an offer.
This is when you have some amount of space resources. You're making enough space resources to continuously build more fleet. And the way you do this early on is with missile escorts and missile monitors.
Going off the grid.
Which is something that we are right now currently working on. I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. I also want that. But we're also getting pretty close to the point where you can just do what you want. Awesome. For Vesta, we now have, more income. We are going to slowly but surely, like, once we get Ceres, things are going to go real well. I am going to go and replace one of these with a construction module right now, because I have realized I was dumb and forgot to. Like, Mars defense is starting to get ships. Earth defense is at the point where... Oh no. Oh, that's bad. Okay. That's actually bad. That means the servants are further along in their plot than I really want them to be. Yeah. Okay. So that's not good. The reason why that's not good is because the only way you get rid of that is assault alien asset, which we are not quite good enough at. But we need to get rid of that because it's going to make the aliens stronger. Okay. We're going to be... They don't have anyone in Earth orbit. Well, I was going to shoot them in Earth orbit, but they don't have anyone in Earth orbit, so I guess we're not. We can get Denmark. Let us get Denmark.
On my way to the capital.
Where do you need me?
So, Alexander is our man who might be able to get that. Right now, he's at a 50-50. Let me see if I can get him more military right now, because that is going to be a massive problem. This is very much a situation in which that gets plus 10 military. We're going to temporarily swap this over to Alex so that he can destroy that. And this is the point. This is going to be a point of no return. Like, after I start doing this, the aliens are going to be turbo pissed at me, and we are not going to be able to stop fighting. But hey, we have to do that at some point. And we now are starting to get orbital assets that are actually capable of defending things. Seriously defending things. Alex isn't going to keep it long term. We now have 25 military. We are getting rid of that right now. Because that helps them recruit counselors and perform abductions. And we really do not want it to be here. We are also going to start stabbing servants. A note, when you do this, it is very important that you protect your guys.
Ready for my mission. Tracking target.
I did not think they'd be capable of doing that this early.
Going silent.
Oh, Humanity First is also trying. That's cute. Good job, Humanity First. So. Oh, I only have 2 ships. That is a battleship. It will probably be able to beat my 2 ships. Alright. They're going to take something. Manage this one. Shinapali Crater is what they're killing. Yeah, we're going to let them take this because my other ships have not come out yet. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be good and helpful to the poor people who don't know how to play the game super hard yet. I want to stab. I want to stab so badly. I want to just wreck them. Nano farm. We're going to get our point defense array, which will eventually be upgraded, and our space science labs. We're getting heavy fission soon. We want laser engines.
Mission complete.
Federation, Denmark.
The LZ is secure.
Yep, and now we have alien technology, which is great, and the aliens are even more pissed at me. And this is what I mean when, like, we're going to start having to go hard against the aliens. This is a little earlier than I really ideally would have wanted to. But the game does things, and you have to respond to what the game does. Let's play out a couple more turns. I want to get these and start my slow and perilous upgrade process before I forget what I'm doing again. Not worth. Alright, and then where's Alexander? Alexander, unequip XCOM. I mean, I'm sorry, what? Re-equip. Take back this one. Yeah. Council's actually pretty solid. Like, this is a pretty solid council. I would have liked some more science traits, but
Your orders?
you're honestly doing pretty well.
Hunkering down.
At your service.
It is, however, going to be time to start playing Stab a Servant.
Time to make our move.
Standing by.
Let's see. Probably annoying, not that bad. Has the shields devoted, so it's going to be a pain. That one needs to die. And the thing with this is, that one has espionage. So, Jiuan Yin needs to die. Agitator, apocalyptic undercover, paranoid survivor.
They won't see me coming.
Where do you need me?
We don't strictly need to do this, but I'm going to for safety reasons. Alien technology is one that we actually want to get reasonably early on also. Okay, if we're gonna... and that's the why. Failure can always have some pretty severe consequences with Assassinate. Actually, we need to finish hydrobiology. Let's do this. Let us do this. We're going to finish this because we need to find another Hydra and capture them for the next part of our plot before anything else goes bad. Earth defense is going. Mars defense is going. Let's get some more fleet to Mars defense. Actually, ship classes. We don't need that anymore. That is now done. Do I want to give them more armor? Do I want to give them more armor? That is an actually interesting question. If I want them to survive, I would do this. That still is actually enough. So we're going to save that and build the new ones up to that standard. Right now, again, these ships are all disposable. Wait. Okay, yeah. Like, these spam ships, they're disposable. The big thing is, when we get up to monitors, they're going to become less disposable. And that's one that is going to be slightly trickier. We're going to be going for a different drive for that. I also need to go to Albania and see if it has its MC yet. It has its MC, okay. Lessons learned. Now, new player safety, you would go after the alien thing there. You would go after this. This is because you cannot let those remain on Earth for an extended period of time. Oh, that's Russia. If you let those stay on Earth, it's going to make your game dramatically harder. You really need to keep certain things away, and that's very much one of them. I'm going to do this just for
Protecting our
safety.
interests.
Standing by. We'll
Yeah,
recon the
Brazilian
site.
activity in Brazil.
Standing by for orders. Going into hiding.
I'm here.
One, yeah, there he is. Yeah, now he's a lot harder to kill, but we're still going for it,
Where to?
and we're still defending.
On guard.
It would probably be more worth it to allow them
Offering
to take some
assistance.
things in space, but
Securing our control.
I'm probably going to go with no. We're
keep them
just going to
safe.
start fighting back. Awesome. These asteroid bases, however, are going to need to... Oh, goody. We can start building heavy fusion instead. Boom. Boom. Nano. Farm. Upgrade this. I'm going to be putting some point defense arrays in here. We're eventually going to be upgrading those. That's a later me thing. Worth. Yeah, worth. And the other thing that we're going to do, that this came in a little late, let's see here. We should be... Alright. We are going to start the slow but sure process of upgrading all of these bases to use heavy fission reactor arrays rather than what we're currently using. They're slightly more expensive, but they save us an entire slot, and that's going to be important very soon because pretty soon we're getting ops centers. And ops centers are the beginning of you going truly nuts in space. Oh, I could have done this a while ago. I'm going to do this now. Glad I didn't have to worry about it. I'm gonna do that instead. Scipio. And then the very sad, slow upgrade of our orbital Earth assets, which is going to weaken our science a bit again. But it will eventually be worth it because once we have these built, we're going to be able to run a lot more. Plenty. That one I can actually just do. The cloud. And that's because if you look, fission reactor is 85, heavy fission is 128. I actually... If you're going super long in the game, you're eventually going to want to go up to... I'm not going to upgrade all my science stations. I'm going to do that... Well, you already have a problem, so I suppose you will, in fact, get upgraded. Yeah. There's an interesting question in this game of when is the right time to upgrade to your stations to fusion? My answer is pretty much never. Like, honestly, I just run fission the entire way through. There are arguments in favor of fusion. It is cheaper. You can be even more efficient. We are now... Yeah. We gained more hate because we're assassinating the servants, but the servants have proven that they're at a dangerous point in game. For us. When we get arc lasers, we're also going to grab green lasers. Having green lasers is going to make layered defense arrays actually worth using. Yeah. Yep.
We found something.
No. We're going into spicy times, folks. We're going into fun times, we're going into spicy times, and...
We're not willing to...
Alright, space commerce. Do I start on green lasers? Do I go for our space future? Our space future we're going to eventually need. I'm going to start on green lasers just so we get those faster.
Standing by for orders.
Thank you, Anina.
Offering counsel. Where
Anything
to?
important? Give her crackdown. She has a decent amount of investigation. That is actually very worthwhile. Do you have protect by default? No, and we want to keep that. I'm gonna drop this. We get her crackdown. It's a little pricey. Let's get a little bit more military also. Alexander, it is becoming more and more vital that you actually raise your command. Alright. Haley will eventually raise her own ability to assassinate. For now, she's going to be advising. Alexander's going to continue trying to fix Africa.
We're going in.
Oh, we could take another nation. Well, if you're going to make it free...
Terminating the opposition.
Ready for my mission.
Alright. Servants.
I'm on your side.
Yes, you are on my side. You also have too much espionage. He's probably the new hire, but
Taking them down.
Your orders?
there's no reason to not.
Defending the VIP.
So, let's see what that does.
I will help them.
All right, ion batteries, great. That finishes up our big need in regards to. Actually, we should start getting shipyards. So ion batteries will fit. Okay. So they're going after our stations. Earth defense to Patton Station. So they're going to get their. Where's Patton Station? There's Patton Station. We're going to get there in 0.26 hours. We go there. We go down to slightly slower speed. Oh, they in fact got there first. Alright, so they're gonna win this fight. Yep, they won this fight. They now have to take some time to destroy it, during which, well, auto-resolve and win. I'm just going to show off how fighting in space combat works for this. And this is why we have these nice, fast ships with tons of missiles. This is... Or the game crashed. Or the game crashed. Well, I'm going to give that one more shot, show you a little bit of combat, and let's see if the game crashes again. Doop doop. Load game, combat autosave. Do you crash? We will now see what the results are. It does take quite some time to load. Okay, let us see if we can defend our station. Engage. Start battle. Engage crossed. Okay, there we go. So generally speaking, you're going to be using High Wall or Great Wall for functionally everything. For missiles, you want to be going as fast as possible because it will help you overwhelm enemy PD. We click that. Now that we're in here, on the left, you can click an individual ship to give an individual ship orders. These are set primary target for what it's going to be shooting. Missiles shoot only the primary target. Clear primary target. Launch a missile salvo. If you micro, you can care about that. Change what posture they have for weapons that have firing modes that matter. Ramming speed, sometimes you need this. And disengage to run away. You can also let the AI control things. The AI is actually pretty good with missile boats now. And some special maneuvers that are convenient. I am lazy and I mostly use the top panel for everything, especially early game. We're just going to all ahead full and annihilate it with missiles. It has a laser cannon and a laser battery. This is the reason why we have armor on these ships, because this laser cannon is going to shoot at least some of them. And it's going to use PD to try and destroy our nice, lovely swarm of missiles that are going to obliterate it. This was overkill. We did not need to do that. It's fun. The usual rule is that, or at least that I think of... What? Okay, there we go. So, we have shot down a ship. They managed to destroy some of our station, a lot of our station, actually, in that time frame. Rude. Well, win some, you lose some. On net, though, that did actually lose us hate. And this is because this was an offensive operation. We are then going to fly back up to our Earth shipyard and refuel and restock. So, the aliens understand you defending yourself. You do not gain anywhere near as much hate for, you know, defending yourselves as you do for taking offensive actions against them. I'm going to set this to Mars shipyard, but for each of the main defensive things. There are ways you can cheese this to get, you know, defensive strikes against the aliens without them getting pissed at you in return. I don't care to. I really don't care to. Also, whenever you do something mean to the servants, the aliens get mad at you. Look, I've accepted we're going loud early in this game. Well, relatively early. Why did that? Fuck you, concerned citizens. I cannot wait until this event is gone. This event is the worst event in the game. At least it happened in the EU where we can fight it. If that happened in China, I would actually reload. Like, I would actually save scum if that happened in China. It's meant to be a way to get a faction that is losing back in the game. Mostly it's a way to punish the player. But thankfully, they're editing that event such that in the future, it's not going to be allowed to hit an owned control point. Since we're fighting now, is it Space Force Basic Training time? I think let's get Space Force Basic Training so that, and we're also going to want to bump that up because we're now on, yeah. So, ooh, that might be too far away. Well, we might lose this mine. Let's see. We lost 2 parts of this mine. Now, I'm just going to auto-resolve this because this is another ship that we can just easily kill. Auto-resolve actually favors missiles. Like, you will win fights using auto-resolve that you really shouldn't have if you're primarily using missiles. And we're going to have to go into this, and we're going to have to fix it. Rebuild all. This is also the point at which... that's a nano, that's a skunk. That's my heavy. I'm going to... It's time to put point defense arrays on everything. Like, it's just... It is now time. It is time. We have become aggro. These are going to get upgraded to LDAs once that tech is... once we have green arc lasers. Layered defense arrays are complete trash before you have green arc lasers. After you have them, a layered defense array on a mine will defend it a little bit. It'll save you from some of the bombardment damage, slow it down ever so slightly, and, like, occasionally get you hits on the enemy ship. We do not want that. We want the skunk works. Thank you very much. But you really can't rely on them to do anything super spectacular. We are going to get that mission early. Great. Our defense fleets are restocking. So the reason why I say you want 20 MC for defense fleets, this is mostly just my experience playing the game, where that's roughly, and this is very roughly, the point at which you're going to win more often than you're not. Like, you're going to be able to take decently large alien fleets without being too concerned. This is a risk. This is a risk I'm accepting right now. I am not letting them keep that point. I am not letting them run spoils in my lovely EU.
Reporting in.
Look at all that nonsense they want to run. Fuck that. And we're just going in. Set arrival alarm. This will warn us when ships are arriving. Set arrival alarm. As you can see, we are now pissing off the aliens, and they are sending more and more things at us. It's gonna be fun.
The grid.
Okay, and the Academy has started getting pissed at me too. I'm going to have to go trade them something to make them less mad because they've started stealing our stuff.
Crackdown complete.
It's that stage of the game.
The people will
this is what happens when you get too far ahead in any given resource, is eventually everyone just starts hating you. And it's the reason why we are not messing with humanity first at any point ever, because they are our best friends and they stab things for us. It's so nice when you have a friend to stab things for you. We're also going to grab op centers. This is lower priority. How are the production of my colony ships going? Research. Colony, 22 days. Yeah, that'll be in time. I might go slightly longer just to show off Mercury. Oh, wait, I've been at this for 2.5 hours now. I need to call this and remember that next time we're going to do Mercury. How did they get this much this fast? Oh. Service is done. Excellent. Now we have some real resource incomes. And this is the type of income I actually want when I'm going to start fighting. I usually think of it as 500, 500, 500, 150 as the minimum amount of resources in a variety of different things for me to feel comfortable starting to go hard against the enemy. We're going to do that. We are also going to... That costs 6, that costs 5, we're going to do that. We're upgrading Ceres, and we're going to go. Settlement core, point defense array. This is going to show up in December. I'm going to really hope they don't go and start bombarding Ceres before then. I'll be very unhappy if they do, but they might. What you gonna do? Anyway, that was like a year in game in 2 hours or thereabouts. So. This is a continuation of our China early game. We're starting fighting at probably earlier than I'd recommend new players. Like I said, actual new players take some lumps because you're probably not going to be getting as much control. Like, this is not enough fleet. This is why we're building more fleet. Actually, let me go to my Earth shipyard. Where is Earth shipyard? I wonder... I actually realized something. Does that work? If I do that, does it auto-sort to the top of the list? I haven't actually done this before, so I'm going to go see. So we're going to upgrade shipyards because we want to be building monitors soon, as larger things are going to hit us. Yes, okay, I'm going to go do that now because that sorts these to the top of the list, and that honestly is the more important thing for all of my shipyards, is that I know where they are. There, it's now top or bottom. Excellent. Mars Shipyard. I'm going to do this too right now. We're going to need to build a Ceres shipyard as soon as that's ready. Hopefully I don't get kicked out of Ceres before then. But yeah, honestly, we're in a pretty good spot. China has about half its MC built. We're going to be gaining a bit more MC from the EU. I'm just going to run those 3 unifications. I'm going to do one more turn. I'm going to run those 3 unifications. I know, you're going to do one more turn. The bane of so many things. Nina just got stolen from. Kaylee, let's see if we can get back on the Academy's good side. Alexander, run a unification.
On my way to the capital.
Standing by.
Go hide.
Initiating deep cover.
Ready for my mission.
But yeah, the moment you start seeing orgs getting stolen from you, or tech getting stolen from you, that's a sign that you need to be incredibly aware of what's going on and who's pissed at you. Or even just who can see you. You don't need this right now, so we're going to unequip that, and we're going to get this nice, juicy mining bonus. That's starting to feel better. Mining does not really have a soft cap or a hard cap. You just want more mining. We're going to give you 2 things just to improve relations. The other big thing is we don't quite have as much MC as I would really like for Going Loud. Why am I supporting Paramount? Whatever. Sure. China's cohesion going down is actually beneficial to us because that means that we get a little bit more research out of it. Indy first. Honestly, they're not ruining it. I'm impressed. This could be a lot worse. All right, let's unify.
Policy direction complete.
Wait. Moldova has maxed out funding. Ireland could use some more funding. I'm not doing that much funding. There we go. Yeah, and this is gonna be setting us up really nice for the Ops Center explosion that's coming next time. Once I've accidentally gained an extra army. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. The EU doesn't need armies. China doesn't even really need armies either. Set a rival alarm. Okay. So. Cool. Also cool. So yeah, we have a fair number of things that we're going to be doing. That's Russia. And also Russia. I'm not taking Russia game. Investigation. We need to start hitting the aliens a bit harder on Earth. We need to remove loss averse from a lot of our guys. Honestly, I need to just... Yeah, we need to hug and get some support. There's going to be some interesting times next time.
What's the
because we're going to keep our council safe. We need to regain some of our lost science from other things, but China's getting pretty close to the point where we could just go for that at some point. Like, that is on the horizon. I'm going to be slowly building up points toward it right now, while we get ops centers and other basic space tech done. But with these two, we're going to be heading towards Orion drives, which is really the point where we can actually start defending every orbit that we care about. We're going to get mission to Mercury before the aliens completely hate us, so we're going to completely colonize Mercury. That's going to eat a fair bit of MC, which is the other reason I'm not spending all of it right now, is a lot of it is going to be going immediately to Mercury. But we take Mercury, we get some science up on Mercury, we get some ops centers up on Mercury. We start converting our space resources into more space resources. And then slowly but surely we win. Anyway. Hope you all enjoyed, and I wish you a good night.